البريطانية لندن ونجاحها في بناء شبكات تواصل. Now I'd like to present Professor Mumtaz Patel, the Vice President of RCP Global, to present her speech on RCP Global strategy and the success in building networks. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm just going to try sharing my screen. Just give me a second. Nice to see everyone and really delighted to be part of the celebrations. I'm sorry I can't be there in person. Just give me 1 minute and I can see if I can just join and get the slides. Is that okay? Can you see that okay over here? Okay, is that all right? Wonderful. Okay. So, Jazakallah and Assalamualaikum, and thank you so much for inviting me to the second anniversary celebration. Lovely to see you all, and thank you, Hilal and the team, for your wonderful contributions and your great support over the years to make this RCP Iraq network such a success. So, as you said, I've been the RCP Global Vice President for the last couple of years, since September 2020, and I've had the great pleasure of working with Hilal and his team on building and supporting the network activities over the last 2 years. I'm a consultant nephrologist based in Manchester, and I also work with the postgraduate associate team for health education in England. So the aim of the event today is it gives us a broad opportunity for members and fellows to come in to share experiences of being involved in the Royal College of Physicians London RCP Iraq network, and hopefully for yourselves there in person to have an opportunity with networking with colleagues and planning on future activities. Hilal has been a fantastic advocate and a support and chair of the network, and we'll have a number of presentations, and I'll just give more of a broader overview of some of the fantastic work that's been going on. So my talk today, and some of you who are long-standing members of our RCP Iraq network have probably heard me talking about the importance of networks. And the Iraq network is our sort of inaugural network, and has showcased so many of the possibilities of what is possible, what can be achieved by a small number of very dedicated people, and now such a huge number that's grown over the last couple of years. So what we're hoping to do is give you a brief overview of the RCP's global strategy, describe how the work of the RCP Iraq network has worked and matches with the broader strategic aims and objectives, and celebrate some of the successes of the RCP Iraq network, share our experiences and reflections, and then plan for future activities and the sustainability of the project. So the RCP's new global strategy was launched in January 2021, and it was developed through a wide consultation process. The strategic broader aims was aligned to the RCP's vision, mission and principles, and we developed a much more of a themed approach to the activities. It was matched to our charitable purpose, and cross-collaborative and partnership working was key to the success, and that has also been the success of the RCP Iraq network. We strengthened the governance, and that's something that we're working on with our RCP Iraq network colleagues as well. We added in much more reporting, and we've made significant progress since its launch. This is how our position in leadership works. So I sit in the middle as the RCP Global Vice President. We have Associate Global Directors and Omar as our Associate Global Director for Middle East North Africa. And we have a number of international advisors for representing sort of senior fellows and representing countries in sort of person and giving us some feel of what are the needs of the members and fellows in that part of the world. So this is our team in Iraq. So myself, Omar, that I've mentioned, and then we have Amy, who's our head of global, and then we have Hilal, who's our chair of the RCP Iraq network, the inaugural person who started off the network and had the vision to bring forward the work that he's demonstrated so far. And then more recently, we appointed Shakir and Aram as our international advisors also to Iraq to support the great work of the network and to hopefully build that over time. So what's our sort of broader vision, mission and principles? So Hilal's talked about the wider vision and mission of the RCP Iraq network, And that's very much matched to our broader RCP Global strategy and the RCP broader strategic vision as well. So our vision is to be kind of improve health and healthcare for all. The mission statements are in the middle around educating physicians to their potential, improving health and healthcare, and influencing the way healthcare is designed and delivered. And a lot of the work of the RCP Iraq network maps very well to our broader vision and mission principles. And within the principles, a lot of it has been around fostering local, national and international work networks and learning from each other and having that bi-directional relationship where we're learning, understanding and building on each other's experiences. And this kind of just goes into that a little bit more detail around educating physicians to fulfill their potential, influencing healthcare design and delivery, so we're providing high quality education development programs for our international members and fellows. And the RCP Iraq network, one of the first things they did was around medical education kind of courses, medical leadership courses that I've been involved with this year, and also strengthening a lot of the programs that are there, both clinical and non-clinical programs. We've been supporting the medical training initiative, that's one of the big pieces of work that we do through the college, and again we've supported the RCP Iraq network within these work streams as well. And promoting diversification, again, the RCP Iraq network has been fantastic of bringing more female members, more younger members to strengthen the work that we do as well. And then the middle bits around influencing healthcare design and delivery and improving healthcare. A lot of the clinical courses that the RCP Iraq network have brought are part and parcel of this, and promoting leadership and physician involvement and supporting trainees and individuals right through their entire training pathway, which is something that we're very keen to do through the college, and it's demonstrated very well through the work of the RCP Iraq network as well. So these are some of the themes that we work on. So it's membership organisations, so a lot of the work we do is around membership and fellowship engagement, the LTI medical training initiative and supporting the international workforce. Education and training is key to what the college does, and supporting conferences and CME events and the federated activities Hilal mentioned around the exams, which I'll talk about in a minute. But a lot of these activities are being delivered to benefit and improve the health and healthcare improvement for patients, and also the personal and professional development of the physicians that are involved. So what's our membership like? So Hilal talked a little bit around the followership on the Facebook pages and how the RCP Iraq network has grown. So broadly speaking, the RCP London membership is now over 43,000. 21% were our international members and fellows, and the international fellows are represented around 26%, so over a quarter of the fellows are international. And we span across 121 countries, and one of the broader strategic aims of the strategy was to promote international membership growth and promote diversity. So we started off around 18% when I started as the RCP Global Vice President, and our aim was over the 4-year strategy period to get up to 25%. And this has grown up to 21% now, and it's continuing to grow. And one of the successes and drivers has been the RCP Iraq network, which has been a huge success in driving our membership and fellowship growth. And we were so keen to link our international advisors with members and fellows in country, but also with members and fellows in the diaspora around the world to sort of contribute. And a lot of the success of the RCP Iraq network has been around linking very effectively the members and fellows, both in country, but also with interested fellows outside within the UK and internationally. And we're exploring those synergies between what the global team does and how we can build on regional networks. And RCP Iraq network has been an exemplar in this area, and now we're developing new networks in different parts of the world, and Hilal has helped us and talked to a number of our other regions as well to help promote the work, but also share the success of the work and how this can be made into a success as well. We continue to do our quarterly international advisory events. We've recruited a number of international advisors. We recruited 14 in the first year and 8 this year, of which 2 extra ones were for Iraq, given the growth of the numbers of members and fellows in the country. We've been doing monthly global newsletters, and again we had a MENA-specific and East North Africa-specific one, and within that again Hilal and the team have been great in producing a number of articles for the commentary for our newsletter, and also kind of for wider communications as well. We've been trying to improve our engagement with other key stakeholders, whether it's other colleges, other medical specialties as well, and we're doing a number of different projects as well. So the international membership trend has been growing steadily year on year, and a lot of that success has been through the RCP Iraq network. I know Hilal has already mentioned around some of the numbers that have grown, which I'll show you in the next slide as well. I didn't want to take the thunder away from Hilal, so I know I'm pleased that he got the numbers and things presented to you first. And in addition, we've been trying to make many more younger, both medical students and junior doctors involved with our RCP work. And again, the RCP Iraq network has been a great example showcasing how junior doctors, medical students can be more involved with the RCP network. As Hilal and I always say, they are our future leaders, and it's great to see their involvement much earlier as well. And even the diversification of our pool with greater female members, again, it's been wonderful to see that drive from Iraq as well, both with our, younger members and members, but also with our senior fellows as well. And as Hilal mentioned, Iraq is now fourth in the rankings for 677 from 107 or so when we first started. So really getting there and growing year on year, which is fantastic and amazing to see. And we've been supporting the MTI scheme, so the RCP London Medical Training Initiative scheme is one of the largest college programs. And again, for the RCP Iraq network, we initiated the MTI subgroup, which was back in April 2021. We did some interviews last year, and we'll continue to build on that. So we've streamlined the process. We're trying to do many more things online, but as things open out, there may well be an opportunity to do more face-to-face interviews as well. We do virtual induction, we've strengthened our placements here in the UK, and we're developing much more wider support for our trainees as well. The education and training, the things in red, are things that have been supported through the RCP Iraq network. So a number of activities across the world that the RCP Global do support, but specifically for the RCP Iraq network, we delivered the 6-module medical education module. We did an introduction to medical research last year, medical leadership this year. The RCP Iraq network delivers a number of clinical workshops and clinical courses as well, and MDT-type clinical meetings, which I'm sure will help drive improvements in patient care as well. And that importance of bi-directional learning, so we're learning as much as I'm sure we're imparting knowledge, and it's really great to have that bi-directional relationship with the RCP Iraq network, and it's something that I'm widely promoting across all of our partners internationally. And a number of conferences, again, Hilal alluded to. We got Hilal and the team involved with the RCP Medicine Conference earlier this year. We presented at the UEMA conference in London in May 2022, and hopefully we can continue to build on that. As you can see, we do a number of activities, not just in Middle East, North Africa, across the world, with a number of conferences of different scale, of different sizes, in-person versus hybrid and virtual conferences. But it's really important to have that inclusive approach so that other partners feel that they can also contribute, and we can contribute and support towards achieving mutual goals as well. And again, Hilal mentioned that, as Hilal has always told me, it is a jewel in the crown if you can bring patients to Iraq. And that's something that we've been working hard on together and with our Federation colleagues. So we have meetings on a quarterly basis with the Federation team, and my next meeting is with them next Wednesday, and hopefully we can continue those conversations. And we've done a number of fact-finding exercises. Hilal has been instrumental in doing a number of the visits to see where the PACES sites may be, and then we're planning to do the mock exams in March 23. And inshallah, we can keep on working towards this and make this a reality in the next 12 to 18 months. And then also our exciting program about global women leaders, which addresses reducing the gender leadership gap internationally, and that's something that we're also hoping. We've had some early discussions with our RCP network colleagues as well, of how we can bring this program also to Iraq and also into the Middle East. So we know this is still a huge issue that over 70% of global health workforce is women, but when you look at senior leadership positions, that is very, very low. 25% in high-income countries, and this falls 65% in low-middle-income countries. We know that there's a number of barriers and enablers, and there's a great need for change because we want to improve those health outcomes for women and children, and globally, you know, kind of across the world, but also to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. So we've been developing a program with everyone's support to address this, and it's based on developing both individual and organisational leadership and mentorship, and it's promoting system change to enable and empower women to advance in leadership positions. We've been doing a number of focus groups, and what we're hoping for Iraq, that in the coming year we can develop a number of kind of focus groups initially, develop the wider team with the support of the network to launch this program also in Iraq going forwards as well. We've just started the pilot in Pakistan to begin with. We've had some early discussions with other countries, including Jordan, and also with Iraq as well. And we're hoping that in a stepwise way, we can bring the program also to Iraq as well, and hopefully kind of address these wider needs and issues, and have both champions locally enabling sort of individuals to progress through leadership programs, and then to drive system and organisational change with time. So with regards to our activity and deliverables in RCP Global, I know that the success of the RCP Iraq network has helped us greatly in achieving a number of our goals and our sort of targets over the last few years as well. And we've been growing our networks and the creation of local member networks, of which RCP Iraq network was the first, and it's been the most successful indeed that I've kind of been involved with. And for me, certainly, since I've been involved with the RCP Global team and in my tenure as Vice President, the RCP Iraq network has been the biggest success, certainly in my tenure. And the extensive program being delivered over the last 2 years and the successes of it, the impact it's made to individuals in Iraq, but also more broadly speaking, it's been showcased as an exemplar of activity of our RCP Global team. And that, you know, kind of is a success of all of you here who are involved with the activity of the RCP Iraq network, and that is growing as well. So now we're exploring opportunities to build on the current success and the importance of future collaborations, and Omar will talk a little bit more around how it's so important to part for clear partnerships involving the key stakeholders, and also hopefully building on these partnerships to even grow on the success. You think how much more can we grow and how much more successful can the Iraq network be, but we're very ambitious, and I'm sure there's more and more successful collaborations and work that we can do together. So finally, just to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been involved within the RCP Iraq network, and for all the external partners as well. And without all your support and all your hard work and efforts, this, you know, kind of would not be happening today. And I would hope that we have years and years of success going forwards, and this can just build and grow at different levels. And I'm here to support you together with the wider team from RCP Global. So thank you so much for listening. Happily open to any questions, or I can hand over